An SMMA is not a permanent solution. A lot of your guys' hearts might have just dropped, or you're saying, who the hell is this guy and why is he saying this? But listen for the next few minutes and I promise your mindset on SMMA will completely change for the better. And I'm sure you guys could agree that this space, SMMA, has become so diluted over time. I'm gonna explain what the future looks like in my eyes. Most of you probably just feel like you're following the herd, trying to stay and keep up with the cutting edge of what's going on, whatever new things happen in the space, trying to hop on the bandwagon of what you would think would work. And you guys are just vehemently trying to find your way into that small group of successful agencies, right? I think that that's the issue. The agencies and online businesses that actually end up winning are the ones that predict the future. And so where is the future for social media marketing? I think the future is very, very bright, but only for a select few that actually do this thing that's happening right now. So allow me to explain. Let's say you're more of a traditional agency that just charges around like $2,000 per month and you run Facebook ads, right? There's nothing wrong with that, and we've seen time and time again that that model works. It functions and it still works, and I think it still will always work to some extent. But I need to ask you, who do you think would win out of that agency or the one who charges around $300 per month and provides a holistic solution packaged in a software that businesses can rely on, right? And the keyword there is rely on, right? Because they are dependent on this tool, this software, right? That allows them to continue growing and scaling as a business. And here's the biggest concern I hear people talking about when it comes to SaaS or software as a service. A lot of people are saying business owners are busy and they don't want to spend their time running ads. They want to outsource that to other people. That's why they pay you money, stuff like that. Or they don't want to have to do the work themselves, etc. All that. Here's me refuting that. The counter argument is, if that's the dynamic you have with them, then you're really just an employee. But if you have a software and you're providing them with a software, then you are the authority. Now I want to use college as an example, which in my eyes is the ultimate business model. They supply you with tools, resources, information, teachers, etc., right? But they don't do the work for you. You have to do the work. You still have to do all of the work. And you're still paying all of the money to have to do the work. You're the one that's responsible. They don't care if you don't do the work. You're still paying them no matter what. And I know it sounds crazy, but bear with me. Now with SaaS, you give them the tools, you give them the resources, you teach them, etc., but they do the work. Just like college, right? And then the question becomes, why do they pay you, right? Because we know why people pay for college is because they see an outcome and they're chasing the outcome, the result. It's the exact same thing. In SaaS, they're paying you for the software, right? Because they know that they need it to achieve X outcome, said outcome, right? That's what it is. The same way that college works. It's the same application. It just makes you the authority, right? Instead of being an employee as a regular agency that just comes in to help them and service them and work for them, essentially. And the main difference between that traditional agency and the sort of software business, right, is that you're not giving them yourself. You're giving them your solution. And that's a main difference. And you're packaging the solution within a software so they can't get rid of it. They need to continue to have access to this software so that they could actually achieve that desired solution. Now that is SaaS. SMMA is a service you sell as a subscription, whereas SaaS is a product you sell as a subscription. So you're selling them both as a subscription, but one of them's a product, one of them's a service. And obviously the difference there is a service is something that you need to consciously uphold, whereas a product is something that you just need to create, build once, and maybe innovate and improve and refine as time goes on. But obviously you don't have to listen to me because you might be thinking,
who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
So you don't have to listen to me. You could listen to the owner of Go High Level, which is basically the most popular agency software in the game. He came on a webinar with us that we hosted a few days ago, and I want you guys to just listen to what he has to say because he's someone you should definitely listen to. And listen closely, because what he says is quite brilliant.
I had a guy come out to my house who was an HVAC guy. And Mr. HVAC guy walked in my house and he crushed it. And he had 12 reviews. And I said, what the heck is wrong with you? You have 12 reviews. And he said, well, I don't know how to get more reviews and this and that. And I said, well, okay, what if I had a piece of software that can automatically get you more reviews? What I also did, and this is the more important part, is I talked to him about the thing that he wanted, the outcome, right? He wanted more reviews, because he understood reviews were important, right? And so he said, yeah, that'd be awesome. How much would you charge for that? And I said, $300 a month. He said, sold. And I haven't talked to him in 6 years, because here he is 6 years later, still paying me every month, 593 reviews. I'm selling an outcome to him not a tool. The tool powers the outcome. And this is where all the money gets made. This is where the efficiency in the model is important. And the beautiful part about all of the things I just showed you, right, is they're software powered, they're incredibly scalable, and there's no ad spend here. In fact, there's no spend at all. Right. So this creates enormous amounts of value for your clients and gets you in a space where you've just sold them a product that's easily worth $300 a month till the end of time, without them ever really wanting to bother or call you again, because all you're doing is turning on the floodgates of inbound customers walking through the door.
You will not be able to keep a client for 6 years with the standard traditional agency model charging $1,000 to $3,000 per month with that massive invoice perpetually haunting the owner as it comes in. I think we could both agree that they will 100% find a way to cut it out sooner than later, right? Because it's just gonna be on the top of their list in terms of expenses. But with the $300 per month software that they have to consistently rely on, you will be at the bottom of the list of expenses, yet the top of the list of value. Now think about that for a second. The bottom of the list for expenses and the top of the list for value. So you will be the last thing in their minds that they'll possibly think to get rid of. The other key point to distill is that software only makes sense if it genuinely solves problems. Software is just a vehicle for a solution. If the software is terrible, then obviously it's nothing. You're not selling software. Nobody wants to buy software, but everybody wants to buy a solution. It's just how you're packaging it, which is why software is a smarter way to package it than doing just a straight up pure service. And the main reason that you could solve more problems with software than a regular traditional agency, whatever, is because software could be holistic. You could include everything. You know, not just appointment setting, right? Because you could set up the funnels and set up everything to do the appointment setting. You could also set up email marketing, standard SEO, Google reviews, database reactivation, all these things that help to bring in more clients. Also a fully functional CRM, website building, funnel building, all of this stuff that's packaged within this software. Everything that you could do, everything that you possibly need to run your business packaged within this software. And if you don't understand some of those aforementioned terms, then guess what? They are really easy to learn because they're all already within High Level, and it makes it so easy. It's already plug and play within the Go High Level software, which is obviously the guy that just talked to us. All of which is included within templates that are prepared and tailored for your niche, built within the software and customized via snapshot, so that each new customer that you procure could get the exact same snapshot and system ready to be plugged and played just within the Go High Level software, and a little bit more customization and tailoring to that specific niche or that specific service, whatever it is that you're doing, right? That idea and the idea of it being so tangible and easy to execute is what makes software as a service so superior, because there's places like Go High Level that set you up and no one's taking advantage of it, or a very small contingent of people are taking advantage of it. Listen, most businesses already need like a standard CRM, customer relationship management software, just to handle new leads, just to handle past client databases, just to do simple stuff, send out emails, right? Perform bulk actions, like simple stuff that you need to just organize your business. Look, business owners would absolutely kill just to have a software that doesn't make their life harder, but rather makes it easier for them to be able to control in a desktop app or an app on their phone, like something as simple as that, which is what High Level provides. So that means even if you just resold and optimized Go High Level just to your niche, right? That would already be so much value just upfront, like right away, just to resell, right? And optimize Go High Level to your niche and to your service. Again, business owners, coaches, consultants would kill to be able to have such a great software at their access. Now, here's the thing. Some people do not do well with this model. They suck at this model, and I'll explain exactly why. It's typically because you need more customers. Because if you're selling a software for only $300 per month, you need to get tons of clients, tons of customers, I should say, because clients, you're not like working with them. You're more just selling a product to them, right? Because you're selling a product as a subscription. Anyways, it's more about finding more people, right? The problem that people run into is that they don't have a way of generating leads and getting prospects and actually closing them, because you have to close a lot of people within software, right? You can't just work with 10 people and expect that to be everything, because that would be 10 customers, and you want to have hundreds, thousands of customers to actually have a really successful software business. But there is a very large group of entrepreneurs who do great with this model, really, really great with this model, and they succeed in glorious fashion. How? Well, you get customers to come to you instead of you having to go to them. And this is also known as inbound, right? Like inbound systems to be able to have clients come to you. And this could include Facebook ads, right? So they book a meeting with you, they come in, you close them, cool, right? Just from a Facebook ad, they come to you, right? Because you're posting the ad and they're claiming the offer. Other ways are creating communities, whether it be Facebook groups, Discord, anything you could do to collectivize or to target a congregation of people who have similar interests and want the same solution. They need the solution and they need this similar solution, right? You could simply just post your link in that community, you could build it, you could provide free value, and then they come to you. Other ways are YouTube, right? Even just this, like the idea of posting free value, free content that makes people's lives easier. Content like this will just by nature attract the audience that you're intending it to attract by making videos that are specific, right? You could put a link in the description, you could tell people this is where you can meet with me, and you could have a channel that's specifically made to be an inbound system so that you could have customers coming through there. And you could do this on any social media platform, and you can make the communities on any social media platform. You could run advertisements on any social media platform. Pretty much anything through social media could be inbound where they come to you and you don't come to them. Now, that's the ultimate way to get clients. Because if you're just doing cold calls, you're not going to be able to actually get a ton of customers for SAS. Now, you can get some, and obviously it's happened, it works, but to go above and beyond, paid ads, groups, inbound, YouTube, whatever, things like this that attract the audience to you. Also know that software could be super specific and suited to serve a particular niche, or it could be really ubiquitous and anyone could use it, meaning, you know, it could be a software that you sell to an HVAC business like mentioned in the video, or it could be a software that you sell to a med spa and anything in between, just because who wouldn't want to have a tool that helps them optimize and makes email marketing easier, makes funnel building easier, makes appointment setting easier, makes website building easier, makes SEO easier, makes Google reviews easier to get, makes all these things so much easier. Everyone would get that. So there is a way to do it so that it's ubiquitous and that anyone could get it and it works for anybody. And there's also a way to do it so that it works and it's suited for particular niches. So for example, you can make a software that serves just car dealerships, right? Or just merely car detailing places. You could do anything. And this could help any type of entrepreneur as well, whether it be a business that's like a brick and mortar, which is what most agencies do traditionally, or it could be a coach, it could be a consultant, or even an influencer, right? I actually thought of something recently, and I want to share this with you guys because I don't really conceal anything. Some creators out there actually have softwares and subscriptions where people could come in and get exclusive content and access to exclusive videos, etc. Viewers can buy this subscription within the software and get access to all these exclusive materials, content. That's still a form of SaaS. Only the owner of that software that's selling it to the influencers probably makes so much more money because they're probably getting paid on commission for each subscription. So if you go to like a big influencer, you reach out and you say, hey, I'll sell you this software where you could create a subscription and provide exclusive content for 15, 20, 30 bucks. I get a 3% commission for each person that signs up. You'll be making big moves because you're obviously just selling a software that, again, these guys have to rely on to upload their content to, etc. That's something that people rely on. They'll always rely on that. Now that's a bit of a different niche, but that's just an idea that I had, and obviously I share everything. So boom, there you go. Do what you will with it. But that's my take, and I've been thinking like crazy about all this stuff because there's so many different ways you could go within building a software, and it's definitely daunting to do, especially when you've been focusing on something else and you're like, oh, there's this that you could do, right? But I've been thinking about this stuff for months, and I thought I'd make a video that basically shared my POV on all this stuff, and I hope this would help you guys with your agency and your long-term plans as well. But I will say this. Don't get shiny object syndrome. It won't be healthy. If you are about to reach success within your agency and you're really confident and you have a lot of conviction within whatever you're doing right now, don't just pivot just because I'm saying that this is the future, right? But have it in the back of your mind. And when you get to a better position, you could think about this when you're scaling for your future. But if you are on the other end of things and you're in like more of a rut and you don't know what direction you're going and you need something to revitalize your passion and your urge to help businesses out and get them more clients, improve everything on all fronts, right? I think that the thing that's blocking you from doing that is that you're limiting yourself within your model. So maybe think about software. Don't think that it's scarier or that it's harder. I hope this video clarified what it is to be selling a software and what it even means, how you even do it. If you are at a place where you are in a rut within your agency and you're like, you're hitting a wall, then understand that software could be the thing for you, and know that everyone's going to be jumping on software soon, so get ahead of the curve. But regardless, if you're neither of those two things, or if you're both of those two things, have this in the back of your mind. Have this, write down your plan, even right now after you watch this video, write down what your plan is. What are you going to do? What are you going to transform your agency to long term? What is it going to be in 10 years from now? Because you can't think in terms of now. You have to think in terms of what the world will be like in 10 years with AI, with everything. And to be honest, it would be kind of delusional to think that you could just run your standard agency that you're doing right now that's just running Facebook ads, or that's just running TikTok ads or whatever, and think that that's going to be able to evolve into something that's still just as powerful in a decade from now, where you know people are going to be relying on softwares more than anything else and relying on AI to do so many different things, right? You have to think into the future, and that's what I've been doing over the last few days. I think that's going to make you guys have a really clear vision. And if you're still lost and you need some more help, then you also have access to a community, link in the description. It's completely free. It's a Discord community. I'm in there all the time. You can message me at any time, any day. I'm there to answer any and all questions that you have within SMMA, SAS, anything that it is, online business, anything really. I'll talk to you about anything. And obviously you also have a group, a syndicate of like-minded entrepreneurs doing the same thing as you. Sorry about the fire truck in the background. It's pretty crazy out here. But other than that, obviously the software that I'm speaking of in this video is called Go High Level, like the guy that we had on earlier in the video. That guy is the owner of Go High Level. That's the software that allows you to package all this stuff instantly, right? Which is cool because again, that's a software that helps software sellers sell their software, which is interesting. And that's also a brilliant model to think about that, right? And we rely on it. So it's about emulating what Go High Level does, but doing it in your own way and using Go High Level, leveraging the tool of Go High Level to do so. And I have my affiliate link in the description. It's a 14-day free trial. You could extend it for up to 30, 45 days as well. Hop in there, and I give away all my tools, my automations, everything that I use within my agency currently. And obviously, as I continue to upgrade my agency and stuff, I'm going to continue to give away everything I have, everything I use, because again, I do not conceal anything. So use that link, and you will not regret it. Also, just for the reason of having Go High Level and being able to use all the tools and begin to create your own software as a service, because that's the future. Otherwise, I also have Agency Builder. The link will be in the description if you want like a more detailed one-on-one relationship. Anyways, it's been good. If you've received any value at all, just go ahead and subscribe. I don't really ask people to subscribe much. I should start doing that, so do that. Yeah, my mouth is now dry. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, everyone, and goodbye.